Man, no offensive today though, boy. One, James. One you get like 9. My bad, John. Come on, we tuned in.
Troy, obviously an important game. You guys knew what was on the line. How much did that early start kind of help get you guys rolling and get you guys in the groove?
One, it was real good. You know, just for our team, I'm really going to say the crowd really helped us. They got into it like ASAP before tip-off, and it wasn't just me that felt the jitters. I'm lightweight speaking for myself, but I caught goosebumps when they was going. Then we got to an early start, and they erupted, and I think that's what really kept us, in the game. When they had their run, they still was loud, and when we came back, they got even louder. So I want to get this game, the energy that the crowd brought. I want to get that to them.
How much did you guys talk about how much you needed this game?
We talked about it, in the one day that we had, but every game is important. We go by one game at a time. We did come off a tough loss, but we didn't, beat a dead horse to practice the next day. We did some stuff covering UCONN, got treatment and prepared well for a game like this.
But after the Tulsa game, you needed this one a little more than you might have to admit, right?
I feel like we need every game. Every game is different. If it's UConn.
You only got a couple top 50 RPI games.
Correct, but if you lose that game too, then the other games that's like 128. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every game is important.
Can you describe the block you had on Gibbs when it was 20-20 on the breakaway?
I want to see it, so I'm gonna have to rewatch it. But I knew that he was coming. I know that teams, scouting report, they go off 1 foot a lot, so I just tried to time up his 1-2 and leap up from there. And I timed it right. I fell higher than I jumped, and I met it at the glass.
You kind of like that block.
What? Oh, I'm gonna watch it like 100 times when I find it.
Jacob, you hit some really big shots down at the end, especially when you like 30-some seconds left. Freshmen don't usually get called on to do that kind of thing. Where do you get the confidence or the calmness or whatever?
Well, I get the confidence from my teammates, my coaches. Like, even though they're freshmen, they hold me accountable like I'm a senior. That's what we do for everyone. Like, just because I'm a freshman don't mean I could just go out there and make mistakes. Like, we don't blame age, like youth, on our mistakes. So I just feel like my teammates, I've been struggling to make shots, but they just kept giving me confidence, and I just had the confidence to go up there and make the shot.
We talked about the crowd helping you guys out. Did you hear them counting down the shot clock on that play?
Yeah, well, I looked up when I had the ball at half court, seen it was around 9, but then I heard the crowd so I could really get into my move onto him and get to my spot and shoot my shot I wanted.
When you saw the shot clock was at 9, did you just assume you were going to have to take that shot?
Oh, yeah, like I knew we wanted to spread them out, but as soon as I saw it at 9, the coach was just like, everybody get away, so I knew I was just going to take the shot.
Is that the loudest you've heard the crowd here this year?
I don't know. I mean, it's up there, for real. Like, for me, it's up there.
Do you wear those shoes all the time?
The gold ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anybody else wear those shoes?
I mean, Trey Scott, but they're just my go-tos, my get-me-throughs.
Gary, Troy called you a walking dove.
Yeah.
Is that what you are now?
I guess, I just try to go out there and get every board and score when I'm open. My teammates are finding me. Troy kept finding me on my duck end. So, just taking open shots and getting every rebound that comes my way.
Okay, on that block where you kind of got bridged, what did you see on that play? It looked like you kind of set him up.
I was on the weak side. I don't know if it was Sterling or Purvis over here, and I had saw where number 2 was by himself. Nobody was on the side of him, but he couldn't see me because of Brahma, and I just knew if I was going to get there and he wasn't going to see me coming.
Which one's bigger for you, that block or the one on Brahma straight up?
They're close, because the one with Brahma, I just told Tate, I got his help the whole time. So I probably the one on Brahma because I got
it's a 7-footer.
Yeah, because I had to try to redeem myself from Taco.
Talked about the crowd a couple times to Troy and to Jacob over there, but the crowd was actually chanting your name after you got hurt on that one play. What does that feel like to have 10,000 people chanting your name after a play like that?
Oh, it feels great. coming from a small town where I come from, and my games were a little packed, but to hear all these fans yelling your name and cheering for you throughout the whole game, it's a great feeling.
Troy, you tried to pick him up literally by one hand off the ground. You weren't going to let him stay down.
I know Gary. Gary would have stayed on the floor, stopped the break, and they'd have blew the whistle. He'd have walked over there and said that my joint was hurt. So I had to tell him, like, nah, man, it's like 4 minutes to go. We need this. Get up, bro. We with you. You can get treatment after. We got 2 o'clock treatment tomorrow. Go get that after. Then I ran down the court, and coach said, tell Gary to get hurt after. That's how I knew I was right from there. So we good.
Have you ever helped the team end up like that while the play was going on?
I try to do everything for my teammates, for real. Just let them know that I'm there for them. So there's been multiple situations, but this was one. He spat. Once he blocked it, the ball came right to me. I had it in control, and he fell on the ground, and I knew he was hurt. You can see it in his face, but I needed to let him know that I feel your pain, but we gotta play through this. We ain't got nothing to do.
What was hurting? What did you hurt from?
My butt.
When he falls on the ground, he likes to slide up the court, like slide to know that he's hurt and stay down. I wasn't going for it today.
You don't have a lot of respect for him, do you?
Oh, I got all the respect in the world. This is my roommate in the hotel, so we talk. That's how I know that if I'm with you, if you with me, I'm with you, and I needed him to know that tonight, that I feel your pain. You can lay in the bed after, put some ice on your back, and keep it pushing.
So you gonna go get treatment on your butt tomorrow?
Yeah, my butt. Yeah. I don't know. Colosimo said he don't know much that he can do with it, but we'll figure something out.
Troy, everything clears out, and Jacob pulls up mid-range. I mean, you guys know how dangerous he is from that spot on the floor. Was it utmost confidence that was going in on isolation?
Yes. When Coach puts us in situations like that, that's what we have practice for. If you ask Coach Jackson, he calls multiple players cookbook specialists, and he's a part of the guys that's in the cookbook specialist. So I already understood what we were going. I didn't even go to the ball. I knew that he had it. He went to his patent, and I knew it was good, and he knew it was good too, because he did a little cookbook specialist there. So I understood where he was coming from. So big time players make big time plays, and I think my guy stepped up today.
Why do you call it cookbook special?
You gotta ask Coach Jackson. You cooking people. You know how James Harden, he's a cookbook specialist. You know how he does his little. Chef Curry's a cookbook specialist. There's a lot of cookbook specialists. So Coach Jack will give you the real answer, but from the context of it, you get the point. Cookbook specialist, one-on-one player.
Troy, a little over 4 minutes to go. You guys jumped out to that big lead. 4 minutes to go in the first half. They come back and tie it. Seemed like Mick was mad and getting a little frustrated in the huddle. What did he say so you guys could pull out and grab what eventually would lead to the lead that would hold up for the game?
He said, what did he say, y'all? He said, y'all want the game to be over too soon. Y'all get comfortable with the lead, and then things like this happen. We gave up a few threes, a few didn't box out, gave up rebounds. They brought the game back. And he says we continue to do that. We get comfortable with the lead. We stop going at them. We stop throwing punches. And that's one thing that he's continuously said, and that's what we got to work on. That when we do go up, we can't give the fall back and get lackadaisical, because once they tied it up, then we started playing hard again, and the score went back up like 6. You know what I'm saying? So we just gotta, take what he's saying and understand that when we have momentum, just don't give up, especially not in the last 3 minutes of any half.
Jacob, you had a little bit of a slump early in Big East play. Was there anything specific that helped you through it, or was it just seeing a couple go in and rolling from there?
Well, like I said, my teammates and my coaches, they just keep giving me confidence. They be like, keep shooting. Like, just make sure my footwork is down. I'm ready to shoot on the catch. Like, just keep giving me confidence. They just kept telling me, just keep shooting.
Did you get any pointers from Gary? Shooter.
Clock been banging that thing.
When he got that, he was doing this little stuff. He do that all the time. I can't never guard him in practice, so I knew it was good.
Cookbook specialist.